so welcome back to another vlog. This week I was kind of humming and hawing on what I was in the mood for, and I won't lie to you, it's been a bit of a rough week. So I was thinking I need a little bit of like self-soothing this weekend. It's Friday night right now. I had a lot of very productive things on my to-do list for this weekend, but instead of all that, I'm thinking we should kind of shift gears and go into some more cozy hobby type stuff. So with that in mind, I wanted to do a little bit of cozy gaming, a little bit of like artsy fartsy stuff. More on that a little bit later. The main thing I wanted to do this week was do a lot of painting, but it's been a while since I've really gotten back into painting, and so I feel like I need a bit more of a warm-up than just diving straight into it. So I wanted to do some like creative activities that kind of ease me back into the habit of painting, because I used to be very good at doing it on not a daily basis, but like multiple times a week, whereas now I do it like once or twice a month. And basically only when I need to like make something for someone, like a birthday card. So I want to get better at doing it on a more consistent basis. But I think in order to kind of ease back into that art practice, I'm gonna play around with doing some like sketching, some coloring. We'll see where it goes from there. But that's the plan for the weekend. I'm excited to take you along with me for a little bit of creative, cozy hobby, self-soothing. So if you're in the same boat or you just want like a hobby companion, then I got you. Okay, also, I thought I'd mention, since I brought it up in my last vlog, I got my order in from Hollister. I got this cute white cotton like maxi dress. It's very comfortable. If you're looking for like cute little summer dresses, Hollister has some good ones. Do I recommend all their stuff though? No, but this is the second like summer dress in the style that I got from them, and I quite like it. It's very comfy, stretchy, and cute. Happy Friday, y'all. Cheers. I'm having my classic bubbly, and I'm not gonna lie, I started playing The Sims pretty much as soon as, well actually before I even finished with work today. I had already booted up The Sims. I'm playing The Sims 4 currently. I don't have any expansion packs. It is just the raw vanilla OG game. It gets so boring playing that way. I haven't played in a while, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of decorate the outside, like redecorate the outside of my house. And so I'll give you a little Sims house tour. Welcome to my crib. Like I said, this is the Sims 4 like base game. No mods, no expansion packs. I don't even know what town this is in. It's in this town. Whatever that means. Okay, let's go. We can go around the outside. I have a little deck that I've decked out with a little seating area out here. We have a bunch of flowers, some cute trees for some privacy, of course. We have a nice little pond moat thingy outside with our gorgeous swans. You move around the back and you have a little deck that wraps around the back, along with the plots of gardening, barbecue, pool, some lounge chairs, a couple of trees. We have a little garden area over here as well, underneath the tree with a bench. And then the hot tub for woohooing is kind of tucked behind the tree so that there's lots of privacy. And then it just leads into the house through the back there. And then on this side, we have another deck, more plants, and let's go in. So this is what you see when you walk in. We have the stairs. I'm not very good at these house tours. This is the front entrance. Over to the left, or I guess the right when you walk in, there's a little seating area with some artwork and an orange tree. And then on the other side, this is like the study. I think my sim is a programmer, so this is where she does her programming, just in this little nook here with a little bookshelf. And then we have some hallways on either side of the staircase This is the bathroom, just a little powder room, if you will. Moving into the back room, there's my girl eating her pancakes. This is like the family room area with TV, fireplace, couches. I always add literally everything so that she can get every skill. So we have a violin for music, a little like breakfast table, whatever. And then you can't really see anything, but here's the kitchen. Okay, moving right along, and then this just goes out into the backyard, like so. And then moving right along, we have the dining room. I don't know why I added these bows. It's a little bit weird. Yeah. And then when you go up the stairs, we have some bookshelves. Like I said, I like to add everything so that my Sims can always get all of the skills. So we have the little, activity nook corners. We have some chess. We've got some, gym equipment. Over on the other side of the stairwell, we have a nice, beautiful gallery wall with some paintings. Clearly, my Sim is very talented. And then we have the doors on either side here that lead out to their respective little patios. And then my girl's bedroom is just in here. So again, I don't know what I was doing with the bows. We have her bed, we have TV, dresser, more gallery walls. I thought like adding little sconces to the gallery wall and like mirrors was a cute thing. I don't know, I added a fireplace in her room because why not? A little seating chair for her to throw her clothes on, why not? And yeah, just her bed. Her last name is Poop. And that's it. It's very, I don't know, there's not a ton going on with it. There's very limited stuff you can do, I feel, with base game. And I kind of have my preferences, I don't want to get the super shitty furniture or anything. But I do like the backyard. This is what I spent my time after work doing, is adding lots of flowers and such, and just making it cute. I'll probably make her add seeds to these gardening plots so they're not just patches of dirt. But yeah, let me know what you think, or don't. Please leave good feedback in the comments. Okay, thank you. Good morning. It is Saturday now. I've got my iced coffee. We have Japanese berry cheesecake and some chocolate. We have to have our little coffee and treat in the morning. So today on the agenda, we have some painting that we have to do. It's been just so cold and rainy the past few days that I haven't really found any motivation to film or really do anything. It's so dark and it's so cold and I'm in this spring mood, so I'm rejecting this weather and I'm rejecting things. But I have a friend's birthday that I have to head over to this afternoon. So before I do that, I need to make a little card and then I have to record a video. So it's gonna be a bit of a busy morning. Last night, we got pizza and then watched the new Conan O'Brien travel show, which was really good, and then fell asleep. Sims, pizza, TV. It was a perfect night. Okay, my desk setup always gets very chaotic when I'm about to paint, but I'll give you a little overview of my setup. I know everybody's different, but this is the paper I typically use if I'm doing good copy stuff. So this is the Arches Aquarelle watercolor paper, cold pressed, 300 GM, 140 pounds. I don't really know what all of that means, but basically you want 100% cotton paper. This one has 12 sheets, so it is a bit pricey if you want to get high quality watercolor paper. It basically is just a block and it's stuck to the top, so you rip it off when you're done. But I think the benefit of using a high quality paper is that the paint, especially if you're using watercolors, because watercolor can be very frustrating if you're not getting the effect that you want out of your paints. It could be the paper that you're using. So I know like Canson is a very affordable and popular brand at most like craft stores, but if you're serious about painting and you want to improve one thing in your setup, I would suggest maybe looking into trying a different paper. The way that the paint works with the paper is like way different than if you're using just a cheap paper. And you'll be able to tell if you go from using like Canson multimedia paper versus Canson watercolor paper versus like printer paper versus cardstock. There's going to be a big difference between all of those. This one's really thick, so it soaks up the paint really well and just gives you a really nice effect. So this one is, let me just measure it quickly. I always forget. I think it's 9 by 12 or something. So a pretty standard size. And then when I make cards, I made a card already. I think it was my mom's card that I did. So basically there's like a very slight grid that I drew out with my ruler. I just did 4.5 inches and then drew a line. So that's like the fold mark of the cards. And then I did, I think 4 lines going vertically. And those ones were, let's see, 3 inches. So 12 divided by 3 inches each, you get 4 cards. And so now these cards are like 4.5 by 3. So they're pretty small. When you're finished with painting them, all you do is you just cut down these lines and then you have like a vertical card. So it's a pretty good size, I think, if you want to get the most out of your paper, since it is a bit expensive. Like I said, this is like my good quality paper that I use for like good copy stuff. Other things in my setup, I have a ruler, pencil, eraser. This is a really good pencil if you want something mechanical. It's the Graph Gear 1000 Pentel. It says a number 5 there. I have my brushes. Honestly, these aren't really anything too special. I just, I like Princeton. Princeton is a good brand for brushes. Plunk them in the water to kind of soften the bristles a bit. Oh yeah, and then this cup is from Sugar House Ceramics. They make gorgeous ceramic painting supplies. This palette is also from them as well. So this is where I use acrylics and gouache. And I think I said I was gonna work on watercolor today. So this is the main watercolor palette I use. It's like the Mozart Komorebi paint. I think it's Japanese watercolors. I really like it. It's done me well. It's pretty high quality. I also have Winsor & Newton water-based gouache and watercolor, and some of the Holbein watercolor as well. And then I have, this is a little mini travel palette. So some of the watercolors that are in there, I'll put just in here so that I can, use them as watercolors. And it just folds out like that. I just got this from Amazon and they have different sizes so you can put more colors in. But I actually have not a very big collection of watercolors because, I don't know, I feel like you can really fall down the rabbit hole with buying paint when in reality you can just kind of mix whatever color you need. So it's not always worth it to buy tubes of everything. And then I have this Holbein acrylic gouache set. So these ones are gouache, same as the Winsor & Newton ones, but they're acrylic based. So water-based gouache is basically like thicker watercolor, so you can reactivate it on the page, whereas acrylic is acrylic, so it doesn't reactivate. It dries pretty fast as well. So sometimes it stresses me out using acrylic because if I make a mistake, then it's done. It's done. And then the last thing I'll show you are the sketchbooks that I use. Okay, I have a few different ones. So I have 2 of these big black sketchbooks. They are the Strathmore sketchbooks. This one is like my good sketchbook, where I try to do like a small finished piece in there. It's not super filled out though. This one is like my ugly sketchbook. This one's also Strathmore. The smaller one is watercolor paper, so it's like very thick, good quality. This one I think is just mixed media. So, oh God, it is so ugly in here. Like truly, I might have to blur some of this. Truly hideous. Well, this page isn't hideous. This one's ugly. But Yeah, I practiced doing some drawing for a while and then I kind of stopped. I'm almost done this one actually. This one is where I'll do all of my like sketching, quick little like concept ideas will just be thrown in here because the paper is not super high quality, so it's not gonna look its best. So it's like, it's more for quick drawings and paintings. And then this is the newest edition that I got. This is the Art Creations Talon's Art Creation little sketchbook. It's so freaking cute. And I got this one with the intention of drawing, like strictly drawing, like colored pencils, pens, but I haven't used it yet. I think I'm gonna focus on filling this one out first and then I'll dive into using the yellow. I basically like the top priority is I just need to make a little card and then we'll see what happens from there. Every time I come on Pinterest, I get like so overwhelmed with ideas because there's literally so much on here that I want to paint and that I get inspired by. I think I mentioned this in like the very first vlog that I did, that Pinterest is kind of, there's like pros and cons to it as an artist or as somebody using it for any kind of inspiration, because it can very quickly become just like a void, an inspiration void. Hello y'all, it is Sunday evening. I thought it was Saturday, but it's Sunday. I haven't really been checking in this weekend because, well, Friday I had my lovely evening of eating pizza and playing The Sims and watching Conan O'Brien. And then Saturday I had my friend's birthday in the afternoon, so I was away for most of the day. And then I had a mental breakdown before that, so I didn't really want to film. And then today we went and got some Japanese souffle pancakes in the morning, and then I've basically just been painting all day. It's been like 6 hours of painting. That reminds me of why I don't typically paint projects that frequently anymore, because it literally takes me all day. But it's a long weekend, so I stopped painting for the day and I'm going to continue and finish it hopefully tomorrow. And I'm just going to eat some dinner now and then film a gaming episode, which is, I think, a secret because I haven't released any of the episodes yet for the series that I'm doing. But yeah, I just thought I would check in. Yeah. So I was just clearing off my desk so that I could game, but this is the little piece that I've been working on. It is inspired by, can you guess? It's not done, but it's supposed to be like the flower dance in Stardew Valley. I have to work on the water part and the bridge and the beach little area, and then I need to work on the cherry blossom tree a little bit more. Yeah, it'll just be like a little spring scene from Stardew Valley, and that's kind of what I was wanting to make little mini projects on. Let me move you up here. Maybe like the dance of the moonlight jellies, maybe like an autumn scene, and then I like the springy flower theme as well. So yeah, that'll be like a slow accumulation of pieces, and then maybe I can make those into like prints or something. I'm not sure yet, I haven't looked into it, but that's the gist. That is that on that. And I'm gonna go eat dinner now. Well, good morning. It feels like Sunday, but it's actually Monday because it is a long weekend. And I'm very much treating today like a Sunday. I'm sorry for my appearance. I'm feeling a bit stressy because I feel like there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do today. So I'm gonna do a little bit of like weekly planning. And then I'm hoping to get to painting, and I need to do some cleaning today. And then maybe a little bit of gaming, or maybe a little bit of reading or coloring or something to kind of wind down in the evening. That's what's on the agenda. It's funny, earlier this weekend I had like a creative meltdown about when I started making the card for my friend. I was just so unhappy. And like going back into painting when you haven't done it in a while sometimes just makes you feel like absolute trash. And it's like such a blow to your self-confidence. After I spent like 6 hours yesterday, that's the thing. It just takes so much time in order for me to be pleased with my work. So I'm glad that I dedicated a good chunk of time to it yesterday because I'm feeling a little bit more confident now, and I'm having more and more ideas of stuff I want to make. It's just a matter of like having the time to do it. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish that piece today, and then we'll start on the next. It'll probably be like weekend projects where I get around to doing these paintings, but you know, I'm happy with spending my weekend doing that so long as I don't have a bunch of other plans. That's the other thing, is that this weekend has been very social. More social than I'm used to. So we're definitely needing this recharge, quiet time. I'm gonna go ahead and do some weekly planning, and then we'll dive into our other tasks of the day. Okay, boy, do I have a busy week ahead, but that's okay because, you know, we have today off, so it'll be nice to kind of do a proper reset. I've felt off all week, you know, because of just girly things. And also last week I was so busy that I didn't do a deep clean. So that's been bothering me. So I'm looking forward to doing that today and then like feeling good, you know, washing the bed sheets, mopping the floors, doing all that stuff. And then we can have like a fresh start to the week. I did all the laundry yesterday, so feeling good. Now I'm just going to probably get changed because I'm cold in my little jammies. And then I'm gonna work on painting, and I will catch up with you when we're nearing the end.